Hey guys, I've got a bit of a nostalgia video for you today, and I'll just get right into it. The quality I've noticed of White Dwarf magazine has started to come back up, and I'm actually excited to check these out. I'll tell you what happened. Um, During the week, I went into my local Warhammer store, and I just kind of was like, I want to pick this up, pick that up. You know, I grabbed a librarian, which is a model I've always really liked. I've always wanted one of my Space Marine armies, and I really like the look of the Phobos librarian. So I was just like, I want to splurge. I want to do that model for no other reason than it's cool. And every once in a while, I'll go into a Warhammer store and I'll want to pick up the latest White Dwarf. So I grabbed one of those and I went through it, and this was issue 491. I didn't get too much into the Age of Sigmar stuff in it, but there was a lot of good stuff for Warhammer 40k. They have a Tale of Four Warlords going with combat patrols. They have a whole paint showcase for Tau color schemes and paint seps. A bit on the Crux Terminatus, some Horus Heresy stuff. And they also had a whole bunker campaign, which is this new international campaign I guess they have going. I didn't totally track with all of that, but anyway, made me dig out some of my old White Dwarfs. And I can tell you right now, I have some old White Dwarfs. This is literally from the second edition of Warhammer 40k, issue 205, February of 1990 something. I don't actually see the year on it, but you can literally see that they're they've got some very old stuff. There's a second edition 40k bat rep in here. Old school Tyranids. Very old school Space Wolves. I basically have kept issues that meant something to me. Codex Eldar, 3rd edition. When this thing came out, that was a massive game changer. All kinds of good stuff in that. That was White Dwarf 236. This bad boy, how could we possibly forget? White Dwarf 261, the launch of City Fight. Absolutely love the bat rep in that one. 1,000 points of Night Lords versus Cadians. Classic bat rep, absolutely. I love playing City Fight just because of this. Eye of Terror, 281. Decent bat rep with Guard versus the Plague guys. A whole guide on... This is what actually made me want to play Althway Eldar originally. The whole Tactica on their Strike Force. Not as good. This was kind of during what I consider White Dwarf's decline, but 347, December 2008. I love this because it had... Tale of Four Gamers, which was a really brilliant move in my estimation, because you just saw how different gamers approached building an army and how they actually got it built up. The point in where I'm kind of going with this little bit of a ramble is these were, as I considered, these issues had value. I was really excited to read them. I was excited for the tips I could get out of the magazine at that point. It really made me feel like I was part of a gaming community. And this is, keep in mind, all of that before social media. There was Facebook around in 2008 and all that stuff, but that was still kind of early and it was very different. But I got White Dwarf 491. And again, I literally, for a minute, just looking through this one, it didn't take me very much time at all. Felt like all of a sudden White Dwarf was worth getting again. And it actually had articles of value. It actually had inserts of value while I'm at that. First off, big deal for me trying to get back into 40k here. It's got a whole rules reference page, which, come on, if you've played any game since 3rd edition Warhammer, you know the cheat sheets are amazing. It has this whole bunker mission system, so you have more scenarios to play, which is amazing. I don't exactly know what some of these go with and are a little bit worse for wear, but there's some cards, which you saw a lot of those in 2nd edition type games. I think it was 3rd edition Fantasy, 2nd edition 40k. Huge deal. I love those. And here, what really blew my mind and probably what really drew me here is the cover article is Tau Seps. And I absolutely love this thing. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pages of Tau, and just seeing all the different paint jobs, all the different schemes, all kinds of septs, and even some armies showcased out here. I mean, that's not just a model here or there. Phenomenal detail, and this is the type of stuff as a gamer I absolutely love seeing. They also have, I noticed they restarted Tale of Four Warlords again. I've never seen a more beautiful format for getting people into games and showing how people grow their armies and get involved in challenges. It's intuitive as all get out, and I'm like stunned. I would actually subscribe to this at this point. I'm really just fanboying Warhammer in this episode, aren't I? But yeah, it's striking me how motivating that actually was for the hobby and how involved it actually makes me feel with what I'm doing. I know I'm obviously involved in a lot of different things between Warcaster, building terrain, building stuff for Warhammer. I'm just a bit all over the place, but yeah, I thought I'd take a trip down memory lane, show you guys some of my old swag, and encourage you, if you're looking for motivation, if you're looking for ideas, if you feel stuck, by all means, grab one of these. Like, obviously, yeah, I know you could spend money on more things, but you know, for $10, $11, whatever it is these days, okay, whatever, it's a hobby. But I'm absolutely impressed by what I got out of that issue, and I like the fact that I have more resources to draw upon. That's definitely one I'm going to hang on to, because at some point I am going to play Tau. Quit pointing and laughing, but yes, I'm going to play Tau. And yeah, I realize people have been struggling with motivation lately, so I thought it might be worth saying, like, hey, you know, some people say when you're demotivated, don't go on social media, don't go online, because you'll just kind of take a hit. Well, I don't really find taking a hit very much with this issue of White Dwarf. I think rather I'm more inspired, if anything. I have more to play with, if anything. So yeah, I don't know if you guys had particular issues or things that you liked with White Dwarf, or things that you missed seeing. I'd love to hear what those are. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.